What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the North Shore 9 podcast. We're sponsored by FanDuel, and you're listening to the post-game show, the North Shore 9 post-game show, sponsored by Primanti Brothers. I'm Neil. I'm with Doug. We get to hand out some sandwiches tonight, so drop those hashtag Raisits in chat because the Pirates win again. They bounce back from what I consider the worst loss of the season to win this one fairly comfortably. They do it off the back of two pitchers, Jared Jones and Carmen Mlodzinski, who both, in some ways, kind of make their own triumphant returns in their own right. How you doing, Doug?
I'm good. This is the fourth game in a row that the B team has done the post-game show. So I'm asking you, if blink two times, if you're being held hostage. I'm a little concerned. I don't know. Maybe you've pissed somebody off and they're assigning you 4 games in a row with me. I don't know what you're being punished for, but I apologize. So
I mean, it's always good to be with Doug. And we're 3-1. We've talked about we talked about a lot of wins to this time. I mean,
yeah, we've given out a lot of sandwiches. We have given out
like,
a lot of sandwiches.
Yesterday was a big bummer. Can't lie. But today they bounced back. And so I feel like we can, before we talk about the game, like it was like a whole kind of narrative type deal. I feel like you can approach this game in two ways. First of all, we should just be on here talking about a Pirates 6th straight win, a sweep of the Houston Astros on the road, and the momentum that carries into Atlanta, which is going to be tough. Atlanta is going to be a really, really tough series. But instead, it's 2 out of 3, what you take. If you win 2 out of 3, you're going to be good no matter what. The Pirates are still 5 games over 500. We're still in second place. We're in a good spot. On the other hand, you could also say that this was just another example of this team's resiliency and the mental fortitude, because once again, they bounce back. They bury a terrible loss, and you wouldn't have guessed that they blew a 6-run lead last night.
Yeah.
Wasn't
no
even
hangover whatsoever. No hangover whatsoever. It just came out and played.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael, for the $10. What a huge win tonight after what happened last night. Jones was excellent. Carmen was too after the home run. Cruz is now 9 for his last 22 with 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, and 9 walks, 384 average. Love it. I love it too. And Oneil Cruz is I love him to death. But yeah.
Hey, so tonight's a Ben Cherington masterclass, don't you think? Isn't this his first 3 draft picks from the 2020 draft? It was Gonzalez, Jones, and Carmen. I mean, Jones had a nice game today. Made some good defensive plays.
Yeah.
So,
it was the
had a hit and scored a run, and then the 2 pitchers. I mean, all right, Ben. It took a while, but hey, nice draft.
Finally, yeah. Usually drafts pan out before 6 years down the line, but finally, we get positive results. I mean, no, it was just a really solid win. Last night you mentioned that it was a team loss. This was a good team win. Yeah. The pitching was excellent. The offense got hot when it needed to. They scored 5 runs again. This team just continues to score 5 runs a night. And it was comfortable. Now, it wasn't totally comfortable because I think we're all a little traumatized from last night. And so, when
Mlodzinski, we're traumatized for the past 30 years,
Yeah.
In addition to last night, right?
When Mlodzinski put those 2 runners on, I was sweating a little bit, I can't lie, especially when Yordan Alvarez is coming up. But overall, they get the win. They saved the bullpen. And I don't know, it was a good game. Any big takeaways before we hop into specifics?
I was a little nervous early on. Jones, gave up a hit, wild pitch, walk, and then gets out of it. But it took 25 pitches. I thought, man, Mlodzinski's going to come in the 3rd inning here, and and then we're going to have to go into the bullpen again on what we're counting on. Two pitchers tonight, but then he settled down nicely. Yeah, and I mean, you're exactly right. It was a team win. It was mostly comfortable, as you said. Our own personal baggage, made us a little nervous at different points throughout the game. Mlodzinski comes in and gives a home run to the first guy he sees. You're like, sometimes I think our misery is just scripted. I mean, it was so predictable, but then he
Yeah.
settles down and handles his business. And Brandon Lau, Ryan O'Hearn. Can we say it again? What great additions! This is the Ben Cherington game. I'm telling you. So and I mean Cruz is still doing it. Brian Reynolds.
Yeah, this may be the first season in Ben Cherington's era where the players he has gotten on the team have gotten more WAR than the Neil Huntington players.
Yeah.
And that's with Ashcraft, Cruz, and Reynolds all
year 7, baby. Year 7.
Year 7. Everything always comes in year 7. So we should definitely start with Jared Jones. Jared Jones I thought he looked amazing tonight. I knew early on, Doug, that you would have a whole lot to you would not be pleased because Jared Jones started off a little rough today. He lets the first two batters on a single, walks Jordan Alvarez, and you're really like, uh-oh, here we go. This is going to be bad. And then he settles down. Was not the most efficient early on, but he does finish with 5 innings, not giving up a single run, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks on 74 pitches, which means he could have very easily gone 5. I don't know. I was very happy with what I saw from Jared Jones tonight.
Ultimately, it's results, right? The results are he didn't give up, or did he give up a run? No. Yeah, no, he didn't give up any runs. Right. He went 5 innings and didn't give up any runs. Again, he's a 4th or 5th starter at this point. What more can you? He's coming off, a catastrophic injury, right? After sort of a rough first start, has showed up real nicely tonight. So kudos to him. He did a great job. We weren't expecting any more than 5 innings. Don't think they would have let him pitch more than 5 innings, regardless of how few pitches or anything. So, I mean, the plan seemed to be he was going 5 because it was almost unbelievable that they let him go 5. We didn't think he was going to come out for that 5th inning, so. And we should read Michael again, $5. Michael, I might need you to co-sign a loan because you're obviously got some money to throw around here. Pirates are only 4.5 games behind the Brewers and lead the wild card race by half a game. Also, Lau and O'Hearn carried the load tonight. 2 huge additions. Not can't really add much to that. Those are all facts, right? That's not opinion based there. Those are just facts.
No, I mean the amount of time. I mean, we'll get to the offense, but just the amount of times that O'Hearn and Lau have bailed us out is hard to really calculate.
Shout out to Cotty Guy 2000, new member. Thanks for joining.
And the shout out to Pen.814 for becoming a member for 17 months. Thank you guys.
Penn will be at the tailgate, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, Penn will be at the tailgate. He doesn't miss the tailgate. I mean, so Jared Jones, you say it's results. I think I love the stuff that he showed tonight. I mean, 12 whiffs. I think the most surprising part of his start is he only had 4 strikeouts, quite frankly. But I know there's a bit of number stuff, but Stuff Plus had his slider tonight grading out at 130, his 4-seam fastball at 119, his curveball at 116, and his changeup at 109. Like, we are talking about a guy who just has 4 tonight. He had 4 70 to 80 grade pitches, which is about as high as you can go on like that metric, like leaderboard. And so was he inefficient at first? Yes. But I also don't think the Astros were particularly close to hitting off of him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Effectively wild, or, some of the cliches you hear. But yeah, he was. I mean, again, you really can't have any complaints. And I thought I was going to come in here and just blast him after that first inning, and he turned it right around and still gave you 5. And I didn't think that was going to happen. was very
No, me
effective.
neither.
Didn't give up any runs. And, I'd be perfectly on board if they did this every fifth day. Right?
Yeah.
Just let those two guys go, So,
I mean, he got a 43% whiff rate on his slider tonight. It was dealing, and like that's the key to success of Jared Jones. If his slider is dealing, it's really, really hard to hit off of him, especially when suddenly now he has a bunch. Like when he first came up, that's the thing. Like that's what I like to see the development. When he first came up, he had 2 pitches. It was a fastball slider, and so it's very encouraging to me that now suddenly he has 4 pitches in his arsenal that he feels comfortable throwing. And his curveball and changeup each got whiffs, like within the 40% and 50% whiff rate as well. Like his off-speed stuff, complementing that fastball, is going to be huge. And he's not more than a 4th or 5th starter yet, but if his stuff is like that, he will be.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's easy. Well, to see him sort of move up to. I mean, again, number 3. It's hard for me to think anyone's surpassing Ashcraft and Skeens.
Oh, for
But
sure.
he'll be right up there with them, though. It'll
Mhm.
be a 3-headed monster that will be something.
Duca TI guy 2000
Ducati.
says
I think that's Ducati. I'm guessing
All right,
Ducati.
you're probably right. I don't know. Listen, it's day 4 in a row of this. It's past 11 o'clock. Ducati guy. Will you guys be in July 3rd? I am a maybe. So I'm probably the one most likely to be there, but I'm a solid maybe. And Michael again. Wow, thank you, Michael. Something I've noticed about Jones: batters love to swing a lot of his pitches, not in the zone. A few strikeouts happen with the slider down. I mean, yeah, his slider is just insane. It's not often you see a pitch grade out to 130 stuff plus.
Right.
It's just he's an insane talent. And I don't know. I really enjoyed. I tonight made it clear that I missed watching him pitch.
Yeah, the arc of his career has been really interesting. Like we drafted him, and the whole time he was in the minors, we had him in the bullpen. I mean, he was starting, but we assumed that he was going to be in the bullpen. Coming into that spring training where he blew us all away, up until then, we had him, and then we're like, well, okay, maybe. And then it was maybe he'll start. And then he has those 9 unbelievable starts. And like you said, I think we've seen some growth. He had the injury. He had an injury and he was bad after the injury. And then he, had a great spring training again, but then, had the season-ending thing. But it looks like maybe he's learned a little something. He's refined his game a little, which again, he's still so young.
Mm-hmm.
He's obviously, he's a dog. He's got all this energy and wants to be out there, wants to just rear back and throw 100 miles an hour. But like you said, he's throwing that slider. His curveball. His curveball seemed to be bouncing at 55 feet, and the guys were still swinging. So
yeah.
it's that's something, right? There's a reason for that, right? So yeah, you can't say enough about him. He was terrific tonight, and hopefully it bodes well for the future.
Yeah, I mean, no, and obviously, like that's kind of the thing with the Jared Jones, where like you have nights like this where he looks untouchable, and then there's also nights where he can't. He gives up a lot of home runs, and you can kind of see that tonight. A lot of the Astros had flyouts that kind of died just before the warning track, and I feel like that's just something you're always going to run into with Jared Jones, is like that problem where he's not a ground ball pitcher in the slightest, and he's going to get burned because of that. But again, he has the stuff to get out of it. Now we should also talk about, our Carmen Mlodzinski too. I mean, we'll finish the pitching. I burst out laughing, Doug. When he gave up that home run. It was. I mean, a little bit of stress, like, oh no, here comes the implosion, but also like, that was so funny. I couldn't help. You take the week long break. We've kind of talked about it, about like him taking that time and the bullpen and rotation stuff. And then he comes out the second pitch and he gives up the home run on an absolute meatball.
Yeah, like I said, if it wasn't the Pirates and if we weren't watching it live, it's hard to believe. Like if someone wrote this script, you'd be like, no, you can't do that. That's too cliche. That's too absurd. And but yeah, of course he did. Of course he did. What else was he? Now the only thing is that's shocking now in retrospect is that he didn't give up 6 runs in the first inning, his first inning back, right? That he just didn't go right into the tank. But again, he gave up home run. It's okay. It's okay to give up home run. Houston's got some decent hitters. It's a hitter's park. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, especially when you then get the next well, you go without giving up any more runs, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and he does the only run he gives up. I mean, and you can see the vision about why they saved him for the Jones start, and today it worked out perfectly. But it also kind of leans into that frustration that he wasn't used last night
Right.
to stop the bleeding. And I know that they prep these things way in advance, and they have very good reasons for it. And these pitchers do better when they have some sort of expectation about what's the kind of their role and when it's going to come. But he looked good enough that he could have stopped the bleeding last night.
Right. He could have come in for Skeens, pitched 4 innings, right, and we have a comfortable win. And then today, all those pitchers that were bad yesterday would have had another day's rest, and perhaps that they can take it the rest of the way. I don't know. You don't know what would have happened. It still is very frustrating to me because, as you said at the beginning, we should be riding high on a 6-game win streak right now. We should be in sole possession in second place. We should be a game closer to the Brewers. And sure, it's June 4th, but it's not too early to watch the scoreboard. I don't care what anybody says. And, as I said last night, or, probably the other 2 nights, hey, this team can't afford to give away wins. They can't afford to blow games, especially when they've got 5-run leads.
Yeah. And they didn't tonight. I mean, and Mlodzinski's a huge part of that. He shut the door after that homer. He looked really rough in the second inning after that. In the 7th inning, he gives up 2 base runners and manages to work his way out of it. But overall, 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 Ks. It looked, and on 55 pitches, it did look a lot like his. Me too, Doug. It looked a good amount like his starts, honestly. I don't know. He looked very similar, giving up a decent amount of base runners, getting enough strikeouts to finish the job, but definitely not dominant to the point where this guy is going to be my rotation starter. I think the Pirates probably feel very justified in their decision tonight.
Michael, once again, thank you.
Thank you.
I have to just get my nightly Triolo rant out of the way. He is so awful at the plate. He friggin' stinks. He even got picked off after the air. Yeah, it was not a good Triolo night. Not a good Triolo night.
No.
Not, so.
The Pirates will be much better when Connor Griffin is healthy. And Jared Triolo is like a defensive replacement. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He can come in for Nick Gonzalez and we'll feel better about everything. So
yeah. Even when Nick Gonzalez is good defensive play.
Yeah, he had a couple nice plays tonight.
Yeah. We're at 138 entries. Please keep dropping those hashtag raises, and we're going to hear from our boy Cody to tell you about a product you probably haven't heard of yet.
This episode is brought to you by IQ Bar, our exclusive snack hydration sponsor. IQ Bar protein bars, IQ Mix hydration mixes, and IQ Joe mushroom coffees are the delicious, low-sugar, brain and body fuel you need to win your day. The Ultimate Sampler Pack is a great way for you to try all IQ Bar products and flavors. You get 9 IQ bars, 8 IQ Mix sticks, and 4 IQ Joe sticks. All IQ Bar products are clean label certified and entirely free from gluten, dairy, soy, GMOs, and artificial ingredients. With over 20,000 5-star reviews and counting, more people than ever are fueling their lifestyles with IQ Bar's brain and body boosting bars, hydration mixes, and mushroom coffees. The Ultimate Sampler Pack includes all 3. My personal favorites so far have been the almond butter chip and the iced tea lemonade hydration mix. It's just really full of flavor. I love starting my day with it, and I couldn't imagine starting my day with anything else other than IQ Bar products. Right now, IQ Bar is offering our podcast listeners 20% off all IQ Bar products, including the Ultimate Sampler Pack, plus free shipping. To get your 20% off, text MLB to 64,000. That's MLB 64000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details.
Well, so the Pirates get really elite pitching again. Thank God, especially after last night. We really needed it. And off their backs, we're now a half game up on for the first wild card spot. Very closing on the Brewers. Unfortunately, the Cardinals and the Cubs do win their most recent games. But however, we're in a very good spot. And I think a big reason why we're in a good spot is because of this offense, Doug. And this offense is just, it's so good. They score 5 tonight. They get things started in the very first inning where they get a single from Ryan O'Hearn, knocks in the first run, knocks in Brandon Lau. I mean, just they got to 10 very early tonight. I felt like they're getting a lot of hard contact. And I was kind of sitting there in the third inning and fourth inning, like, I feel like it's as weird as it sounds for a team that scored 9 runs in all the last 4 games. It feels unlucky that they haven't scored more.
Yeah, they were putting guys on the base path, and then Triolo would come up, so there'd be something to end it. So yeah, I mean it's we never expected this. We knew O'Hearn and Lau were going to help. We thought Ozuna was going to help, but we even had you given us the Ozuna from 2 years ago, like we did not expect the offense to be this sort of top 5 offense that it's become. And again, I think a lot of it's the intangible difference that those guys performing it the way they are and the way they approach their business has helped. Because I mean, again, you just look at what Cruz in particular. If Ozuna is just whispering to Cruz every day and we're getting this result, he can stay all year. I'm fine. On the bench.
Yeah.
he can stay all year. Reynolds is obviously playing well. Harwitz is having a great season. I mean, and we're doing this without Connor Griffin, who was, hitting 350 over the last month. So, even with getting nothing pretty much from catcher and getting nothing right now from shortstop, I mean, Nick Gonzalez there's no other way to describe it. He's having a breakout offensive season. And again, there's 99 games left for the Pirates after this. We've made we're a decent way into the season. Still a lot of time left for sure, but we're into June now. This isn't he's off to a hot start. Over the last 3 weeks. No. We've played 63 games now. So
yeah. I mean, we just recreated a more expensive version of Austin Hedges in the aggregate. Sometimes Ozuna. I feel like people he's gonna stick around not because of the money thing, but also because of the clubhouse thing. He's not gonna go anywhere. But I'll say this because Triolo, we got a super chat about Jared Triolo, and I just think he stands out because when you go 1 through 8. Everyone's at basically a 700 OPS or higher, besides Jared Triolo, who is at a paltry 530. I mean, Jake Mangum is basically a 700. But, it's a deep lineup, and a lot of people got on base. A lot of hits happened tonight. But the real hero, of course, is the guy who knocked in the first run, which is Ryan O'Hearn, because he also breaks this game open with a towering home run that extends the Pirates' lead to 4-0. And it was one of those beauties. That home run was a beauty that you could tell was gone immediately as soon as it left the bat. Like as soon as it was beautiful to watch. O'Hearn has come back from the IL and hasn't missed a single beat.
Yeah, it really has been a great signing. We've got him as he's peaking, right? I mean, he is the best version of himself now, and he's doing it for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's it's amazing. It's foreign. It's hard to get used to. It's certainly not taking it for granted yet, even though he's playing consistently and well enough that you could take it for granted. But we're just so unfamiliar with this kind of offense, this kind of professional hitting. And just everything. He's been pretty solid in the outfield, better than we expected. I mean, he is just a really good baseball player, and we've had a lack of good baseball players for quite a while. So he looks kind of like a unicorn to us.
Yeah. Well, you ready for some crazy stats? I think these are fun stats. The Pirates are currently 3rd in baseball in batting average. They are 10th in home runs. They are 3rd in stolen bases. They are 4th in runs, only 6 behind the leader. They are 2nd in on-base percentage. They are 8th in slugging. They lead MLB in hits. Every single stat that you were looking at about this team in terms of getting on base, hitting the baseball, doing damage with the baseball, they do it all, and they are doing it at one of the top levels in Major League Baseball. Like, any way you slice it, they score a ton of runs, and it's not fluky either. It's not like they're dependent on a bunch of like infield hits or small ball. Like, they are just that good, and they do everything well. They hit, they walk, they run, and they hit for power.
Yeah, and they're doing it, like I said, up and down, throughout the lineup. It's not, they're not being carried by the first 3 batters or the middle of the order. No, guys like Endy and Jake Mangum come in and have their moments, and Nick Gonzalez is batting 4th or 5th or 6th, that sort of thing. Connor Griffin, for a good part of the season was batting 7th. I mean, these guys, this lineup has depth in a way that it's never had in this Ben Cherington era, right? And again, you're getting consistent production. Guys have been hot, but it hasn't been some like one guy on a hot streak carrying the team. It's just whoever's hot's just contributing to, he's knocking in the guys that are already on base and that sort of thing, and just moving the line along. It's been great to see, because like you said, it's not fluky. Like, I believe in this offense. We can fall behind now, and I think we still have a chance. Where, I mean, last year we'd give up a run and we thought, oh man, it's over. We'll never overcome this deficit. I know it's only 1 run in the first inning, but I don't think, so.
You gave up a run and you immediately went to go do laundry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, and the thing now is that we see, some of these mediocre pitchers come in and we think, all right. And we get to them. We're knocking them out in the 4th inning, in the 5th inning. And last year, every one of them was setting career highs in strikeouts and, innings pitched and that sort of thing. So, and we're getting to pitchers. We're getting them to early. We're getting to them often.
Yeah. Well, I'll bring up one more person just because you mentioned breaking records for strikeouts. And we have one player who is on pace to break the single season strikeout record. And that is Oneil Cruz. And I could not care less that he's doing this.
Swing away, buddy. Swing away.
I mean, who cares? Like, legitimately, like he reaches base 4 times tonight, 2 hits, 2 walks. His OPS is up to 831. He is pacing for over 30 home runs. He's pacing for over 50 steals. He is pacing to have over 100 runs scored, over 100 RBIs. He can strike out at 35% for all I care.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Incredible player. And he looks so relaxed at the plate right now.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks so good. I mean, you just feel that when he gets on first, he's going to steal second, I mean, it's just, I mean, he's in a zone right now. And again, it's June, like I said, we've seen him do this through early May before. We've never seen him this is by far the best season he's had to this point, since he was called up to the majors. And yes, he's striking out a lot, but again, when you're walking twice a game and getting 2 hits a game, strikeout, it's okay. And he'll be streaky, he'll have slumps. and our chat and the detractors will call him out and want to DFA him and tell us how lazy he is. But like I said, he's on pace to do something that only 3 other guys I think have done. Is 30 home runs and 50 RBIs, like Eric Davis, Barry Bonds, and A-Rod. Pretty good company.
Yeah. My jaw kind of dropped. So go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say you know what I'm saying? Like Kyle Schwarber strikes out. It's okay when Kyle, when Oneil Cruz was striking out last year and also not hitting and not walking. All right, that was a problem. This year, I can accept the strikeouts because he still seems to have a really good eye because he is getting a lot of bases on balls, and when he gets on base, he's wreaking havoc on the base pass, and has been better defensively. I'm not ready to give him anything gold or anything, but he, since that first inning of the first game, he's, there has not been as much disaster.
Him and Reynolds have stopped running into each other in the outfield, which is nice.
Yeah.
It was crazy when the broadcast today mentioned that Cruz has trouble on the bases because our base running. I'm like, I don't know. I disagree. If anything, he's a nightmare on the bases. I mean, he's already at 20 steals. And I think what's even crazier, honestly, is that he bats. We're heaping all this praise on him, and he bats 6th tonight. And you can make an argument that he might be the 6th best hitter on this team.
Yeah. I mean, again, not one time have I thought we've got to move him up, and I liked him at leadoff, but it's not necessary, right? Sorry, DiNardo, but I think Harwitz at leadoff is the better move. So yeah, it's like, and right, I don't think he needs to bat second or third. The only person I'd really like to see move up is Connor Griffin when he comes back. Leave Cruz at 6th, 5th. Again, matchups and all these different things, but they're the other guys are doing their thing. There's no real reason to tamper with that.
Yeah. Well, and thank you, Michael, again for $2. I forgot what a real lineup looks like. It's been so long. I mean, yeah, because even the playoff teams, they were pitching through and through. They didn't have the they didn't have the offense that this team has. Now, they had the best bullpen in baseball, and I think with the 2015 bullpen, you might have the best one of the better Pirates teams to ever exist. But in the modern era, but yeah, it's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, last year was so boring. I mean, we just lost 1-0, 2-1. We'd go 7. Remember, we'd only score in 1 inning if we scored. They would retire 17 straight bat. I mean, it was just so boring. It was hard to talk about on these shows because there was nothing new. And there's something every game here. There's a new person to put a spotlight on. There's, whatever, a big inning or just all this different stuff going on. And it's been a lot of fun. And, let's just enjoy it while we can.
Yeah. I mean, this is a team that last year I actively chose to do other things around when the offense was up because it was just that awful to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, right. Exactly. I would just because
I would fit parts of TV episodes or movies in between just because it was that,
right, because it was great to watch. It was great to watch Paul Skeens, and it was great to watch, Ashcraft when he came up. But Michael Burrows pitched well last year. It's so I wanted to watch us pitch, but then from after we got past Reynolds and Cruz, in Kutch, to a point, there was just it was just frustrating, and it was awful, and it was, it was gross, and it just made you so mad at Ben Cherington and Bob Nutting and Travis Williams.
Yeah. It's time to give away sandwiches, Doug.
It is.
All right. Then let's get this giveaway started. Let me get this up real fast.
Hashtag raise it.
Drop those hashtag raise it.
Like,
chat.
Subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend, make your parents sign up. Make your grandparents sign up. They're my contemporaries. So,
yeah, we're 164 entries.
Outstanding. Thank you. The chat's been great tonight. Michael B. in particular, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
The Ducati guy, thank you for becoming a member. Share us with your friends and come to the tailgates. I mean, my goodness,
come
we
to the
are
tailgate.
9 days away. We are 9 days away from the tailgate. So
we are the premier tailgate that will not charge you money to come stand in a parking lot and drink. All right.
And we will provide the drinks and some Primanti Brothers sandwiches. Come on,
exactly. Man. Yeah, like it's all free. Let's give away those.
You don't
sandwiches.
need to hashtag raise it at the at the tailgate. You just show up and get a sandwich. Sorry. If I can't win, if I cannot win, neither can girl dad Ryan.
Ryan can't
the
win.
fix is in.
Ethan,
there you go.
Hey,
congratulations, Ethan.
Yeah,
the greatest. Not only does he get 2 sandwiches, but in exchange he will tell us exactly to the penny what the Pirates payroll is, and any changes that will happen at any time.
There's no crying in payroll or Primanti's, Ethan. So get your information over to us, and we'll get you your sandwiches.
All right, congratulations, Ethan. Let's see who's next.
Hayden Ilowski. Congratulations, Hayden.
Hayden Ilowski. Hayden Edlowski. Congratulations, Mr. 08.
Get your information over to northshore9@gmail.com with your email that's associated with your Primanti's account, and we will get you those sandwiches. So, congrats to our winners. All right, so now the Pirates win again. And they have a real tough challenge this upcoming weekend. They go to Atlanta, and I think, Doug, you will be there.
I'll be there Sunday. I'm now thinking about Saturday because I want to see Ashcraft pitch, but
well, the Pirates do go in. Martin Perez is pitching tomorrow against Mitch Keller, so former Pirate alert. Martin Perez, the Braves are cheating with the 2.40 ERA from Martin Perez.
I know.
The Pirates are currently plus 120 on FanDuel for that game, but this is where you got to prove that you belong. And so 2 out of 3 is a tall ask, but that should be the expectation.
But that should be the goal. That's what they need to do. Look, you're playing with the big boys now. If you make the playoffs, these are teams you're going to end up having to face. So let's go get them.
Yeah,
we know this team can score. We know this team can score. We know they know that we can pitch. Just need the right combination of pitchers at the right time. But so yeah, let's go get the first one, and make sure we at least. It's true. I mean, that's true. I mean, what can I say? I can't argue with the facts. Finally, an advanced analytic that makes some sense.
Well, Doug's weekend plans to Atlanta aside, do you have anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No. Hey, it's been fun. 4 games doing these, the B team, Neil and I. Now we're on suspension now, and I don't know when the corporate powers are going to bring us back, but you won't see us again the rest of this week. You might want to email Jim Rosati or hit him up on Twitter to put us back on the schedule again. We're looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing you guys in Pittsburgh, and really looking forward to these next 2 series, Braves and Dodgers.
Yeah, it should be fun. It'll be hard, but it should be fun, and hopefully we don't blow a bunch of games. So, no, it's been fun, and but thank you for joining. Subscribe, all of that. But again, thanks for joining. You guys were great tonight, and let's go Bucks.
Let's go Bucks.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.